Всем привет, всем здравствуйте, с вами снова Лау, и мы продолжаем играть в Fallout New Vegas, и надо же Гамору до конца раздеть, поэтому сделаю это, а потом дальше пойдем по миссиям. Кажется, мне бегут. Ну?
Looks like someone is on a roll. Luck be a lady tonight. Here's a little something from the family.
Ментаты, ага. И винт. Ну, и вино. Ну ладно, я это не употребляю, конечно.
Holy shit, you been in Lucky 38? You meet the overboss in there? I got kicked out of Ultra Lux the other day. Man, that place gives me the fucking freaks.
Да, там уже нормально. Так, ко мне еще бегут.
You keep on spending money in here. You gotta give us a chance to win something back. Here's something nice for you.
Боевая броня усиленная. Неплохо, неплохо, спасибо. Поехали дальше.
Okay, that's that. No more games for you. Go rob the tops. You're done here. Have some drinks, talk to some dancers, but you are done at my tables.
Хе-хе-хе. Все, отлично, мы их ограбили. Пойдем тогда дальше. Так, а мне надо... Ну ладно, давайте здесь фишки. А там конкретные фишки, интересно? Именно фишки Гаморы, или я могу в любом месте их обменять? Нет, я думаю, тут, наверное, специальные. Так, а где? Караванная колода не то. Фишки, фишки, фишки. Казино Гамора, да. Тут определенные.
Welcome to Gamora. How can I help you?
Я хочу обменять крышки. Нет, фишки на крышки, на деньги.
In what currency would you like your payout? Non-caps currencies will have fractions paid out in caps.
Мне хотелось бы получить крышки.
Caps it is. Will there be anything else?
До свидания.
Have a good time and good luck.
Я стала на 9000 богаче. Приятно-то как.
Hot damn, do I love this place.
Осталось на стрипе разорить топс. Та-та-та-ра-там.
Where to, partner?
Президентский люкс, пентхаус. А кому там надо эти шары сдавать?
You should have seen Mr. House when he heard what you did to the Omertas. He was as giddy as a schoolboy.
У меня есть снежный шар для коллекции мистера Хауса.
You do? Why, that's just wonderful. I'll take it and put it with the rest of the collection.
Make your way to Caesar's camp at Fortification Hill. Something very interesting awaits you.
Неавторизованный пользователь продолжить, да?
Engaging target.
Ага. Ясно. Так, подождите. Задание. Установите жучок в точку доступа к сети Lucky 38 по просьбе. Это мне куда? делать? Непонятно. Может, это надо было сделать, когда я с ним разговаривала? Вот показывается где-то тут. Наверное, там где-то, внутри. У него там дома. Да, скорее всего, где-то там у него. Ну, у меня туда пока нет доступа.
Penthouse floor.
Казино.
Casino floor.
You're always welcome in this town.
Да, что ли? Ничего не провалено. Вроде бы ничего не провалено.
Hey, have you been able to bug Mr. House's network yet?
Не удалось разместить ваш перехватчик в башне.
It looks like we've started getting reports from the tower's network. I'm sure the others will be able to make some sense of this. Oh, what the hell? The bug went offline. Damn it! I swear to God that old man has thought of everything. Well, it looks like this was all for nothing. But you did your best. I appreciate the help.
Ну, ничего не провалено, во всяком случае.
Oh, hi. Thanks again for helping us with that data. I mean, the feed only lasted about 30 seconds.
И почему данные были бесполезны?
We were connected for half a minute and received enough data to fill 5 holodisks. It looked like nonsense at first, but we decoded it. It was all biometric data, life signs from Mr. House. The technology he's using is so advanced that it samples data hundreds of times per second. It's fascinating, but depressing. Whatever technology he has can't possibly be practical for the people out here.
Давно ты уже в последователях?
About 5 years now. I have family back in
О,
Arroyo.
Роя.
But this is where all the good work is being done, so to speak. NCR
Жизнь со второй
taxes and
части.
inflation have been hard for a lot of people to
Или
deal
из первой.
with. And most of the money's going to the war
Нет, из
effort.
второй.
There's not much funding for medical research with OSI or any other group. Not unless it has a military application, anyway.
Чем ты тут занимаешься?
I'm interested in medicine, but it's not my strong suit. I try to help out with any computer issues the followers have. That's why I was helping out with the research into Mr. House's technology. Trying to, anyway.
А есть другой способ получить данные мистера Хауса?
After 2 tries, I think I've learned enough. I'm sure there's something more promising I could be helping the other followers with. Oh yeah. I didn't tell you about the first time. I'd rather not talk about it if you don't mind.
Слушай, мне пришлось сильно рисковать, чтобы добыть все эти данные.
True. All right. The first try was a little less professional. Someone important on the strip had access to some of House's technology. Specifically, a Securitron. And more specifically, the someone was Benny. I know. He shot you in the head and everything. But this was a while ago. I knew he was sleazy, but I didn't realize he was so cold-blooded.
Бенни сказал, откуда у него есть Securitron?
He sure didn't. Benny was pretty tight-lipped and cryptic about the thing. But he did let me poke around in it for a while. I wound up helping Benny a lot more than he helped me. Once he had access to the Securitron's memory banks, he kicked me out of the tops. Big surprise, right? Should have seen that coming.
Чего он тебя хотел?
The Securitron was disabled somehow. Might have been an EMP given some of the damage I saw. Anyway, he wanted it re-enabled and connected to Mr. House's data network. The trick was getting it to be invisible on the network. If Mr. House detects a rogue Securitron in his system, he remotely fries it. Getting around that security feature was a bit tricky.
Ты не хочешь рассказать об этом кому-нибудь?
Yeah, strange as it sounds, I figured that bad-mouthing one of the strip's most powerful people wasn't a good idea. The only reason why I'm telling you any of this is because he's gone now.
Так, о чем-нибудь другом?
What do you want to know? I already told you.
Зачем 2 раза?
Not much to tell. Benny had one of Mr. House's Securitron. He'd heard I was interested in Mr. House's technology, so he hit me up, so to speak.
Ладно, давай, пока.
See you when I see you.
А ну, подойду, поговорю, узнаю. Он как-то отреагирует на то, что я сделала или нет.
Where to, partner?
Make your way to Caesar's camp at Fortification Hill. Something very interesting awaits you.
Нет, никак не отреагировал. Ну, хорошо.
Penthouse floor. Casino floor.
Ну что ж, это мы выполнили, это мы сделали. Так, что у меня по воде? Ну, еще нормально, но можно было бы попить где-нибудь. В топ схожу попить. Тут хотя бы оружие не заставляют прятать. Точнее, отдавать. Так, только теперь где у них можно попить? Ну, а потом двинемся в сторону убежища. Можно было бы, конечно, пойти лучше, наверное, попить к себе. Никогда не пойму. Включен, выключен у меня фонарик.
Hey.
Нет, тут... Да что у вас негде? Топс, ресторан. Поближе где-нибудь у вас можно сходить вообще? В уборную. Ладно, хорошо, мне тут есть что оставить. Поэтому я пока тут оставлю свои вещички и потом тогда продолжим. Так, а где мои? Не поняла. Hello. А где они застряли? Ой, теперь ищи своих... Где они застряли? Почему они застряли?
I wonder where Benny ran off to.
Неужели они в лаке? Ай, почему они там остались? Ну совсем уже, что ли? Алло.
I've got your back.
Совсем уже того. Ладно, встретимся, когда я тут сделаю все, что надо. Бона я оставляю здесь. Хоть и он мне и сказал, что встретимся в Лаки 38. Ну, я ему сказала. Он находится в Топсе. Никак туда не пойдет. Я уже побежала проверять, в Лаки он 38 или нет. Облазила весь этот Лаки 38. И президентский люкс, и пентхаус, и... В общем, все. Вот там нигде нет. Возвращаюсь сюда, он стоит возле этих дверей. Что-то он немножечко застрял. Никак не может выйти. Ну ладно. Тут есть. Это главное. А мы отправляемся пока что на торговый пост, чтобы взять другого напарника. Так, где мне нужна карта мира? Так, надо теперь найти где-то торговый пост. Нельсон. Магистраль. Где-то, мне кажется, вот... Во, по-моему, вот это оно. Ага, стоит, ждет.
Couldn't get enough of talking to me the first time, huh?
Можем отправляться.
Good. I'd hoped you'd come around. Shall we?
Пошли.
Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along?
Так это же прекрасно. Значит, тебя чему-то учили.
I'm great at punching people. I'm not gonna lie. It's a gift. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand.
Пневмокастет. Так, дала вам способность помощь писца.
Let's hit the road, huh?
Помощь писца. Что это за помощь писца? Пока в числе спутников есть Вероника, посредством разговора с ней игрок может создавать предметы для работы, над которыми обычно требуется... Ну, ё-моё. Требуется верстак. Ну, у меня есть ИД, который тоже может создавать. Ладно. Так, ну хорошо, поговорить.
What'd you think of Mr. House? I was surprised he only had the 2 robot sex slaves.
Так, расскажи мне о себе.
I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops.
Какими навыками ты обладаешь?
I like punching things, but sometimes shooting things just has to do.
Что-то еще?
Yeah, I've been taking things apart and putting them back together since before I said my first word. You want to build something? Talk to me, and we can do it right there on the spot. Workbenches are for novices. Who knows? I might even be able to show you a Brotherhood trick or two.
Так, это твои
Am I
тактики.
punching too much? I get carried away.
Так, держись ко мне поближе, держи дистанцию. В общем, нормально. Какие у тебя цели?
I want a dress.
Платье?
Yeah, a good one. Something elegant and classy, you know? But still stylish. Something that's eye-catching and sexy, but also says, don't fuck with me. I keep hoping I'll come across some old-world designer gown when I'm scavenging, but it never happens. Maybe I should move back to California.
Это твоя цель? Ты хочешь красивое платье?
Hey, you try getting a date wearing scribe robes. Might as well be wearing sweatpants. I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies before the war, they knew what they were doing.
Я думаю, найдем тебе платье.
Can I...
Кем был для тебя этот отец Элайджа?
I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew anyway. But Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagine a grandfather to be.
Мне почему-то кажется, что с ней в бою будет очень сложно. Она будет бежать, если она с кастетами, будет бежать на врагов. А пока она будет бежать, в нее будут стрелять. И убивать. Ты пришла за ним из Калифорнии?
It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I'd have begged to follow. Watch him at work.
Что изменилось?
He did. For years, he fought with the council. Taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at Helios 1 to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb, but he was mad because we'd lost his power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care.
А реакция других старейшин была бы другой?
They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others.
Ты хоть пыталась с ним поговорить?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't help him. He just didn't listen. And the idea that people talk back to him... If he could have made the Brotherhood act like machines, ordering them around with the push of a button, he would have.
Чему ты научилась у него?
Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential, where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck. but that's what he taught me. You ask what I learned from him.
А в чем разница? Чему ты у него научилась?
I learned what I don't want to become. In the end, there was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else.
Вы были близки?
Yeah, I miss him.
Где он теперь?
I don't know. Last time anyone saw him was in the battle at Helios 1. I wasn't there. He gave orders to hold the plant until it could be reactivated. But he ran out of time. The NCR overran it. Everyone thought he was dead. But I got a note from him at a comm station. That's how he liked to talk, even to me. He wasn't good at face-to-face.
Что было в этой записке?
It was strange. Even for Father Elijah. He's always been unstable, but this was something else. I don't want to say delusional, but I don't know what else to call it. The only thing familiar about it was the signature. He said the Brotherhood was doomed, but that he'd return, save us. But the way he said it, I don't know. Said he'd return with one of the greatest treasures of the old world, make the Mojave like it was meant to be. Wipe the slate clean.
Интересно, мы будем его искать по ее квесту какому-нибудь?
Like,
У тебя есть другие родственники в братстве?
just my parents, but they haven't been around for a long time. Dad was a paladin, Mom was a scribe. They died in the same battle, trying to hold off the NCR from something. I don't remember what it was. Guess it seemed important at the time. Like what?
Ты когда-нибудь влюблялась?
Ever been nosy? I was, once. We were pretty young, but I like to think it was love.
Что случилось?
She left the Brotherhood. Wanted to put some distance between
Она?
herself and her parents. Since our membership isn't open to outsiders, some members think that obligates all of us to procreate. You can guess which camp her parents belong to.
И ты не пошла с ней?
No. Couldn't bring myself to leave everyone else behind. Couldn't convince her to stay, either. I'd hoped love would be enough to influence her decision, but it wasn't. We were both too stubborn. I don't know where she is now, but I'm sure she's moved on. I still think about her, though. Once in a while. Like...
Тебя уважают другие члены братства?
If you take trying to keep me as far away from Hidden Valley as possible because I ask too many difficult questions as a sign of respect, oh yeah. That's not to say I don't get along with them. I just think they don't know what to do with me sometimes.
Тебя отвезти в какое-нибудь конкретное место?
Nowhere specific. I just know there are a lot of groups who are actually doing well for themselves out here. I want to understand how and why. See them at work.
Ну, ладно, давай. Посмотрим, что у тебя
You're
тут.
making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't
Сахарные
you?
бомбы. Да, специально. Так, и чем ты там, где твои кастеты? Ага, вот какой-то кастет у нее. И главное,
You're
я...
making me
Ну,
carry the
мне это
heavy
не
stuff, aren't you?
нравится. Вот совершенно мне это не нравится в этой части, что у них какое-то собственное оружие, которое я в инвентаре не вижу, и у них ни патронов, ничего. И, ну, как-то мне было больше нравилось, когда можно было им давать оружие, патроны, они пользовались патронами. А не просто у них бесконечный их запас. И здоровье тоже, как не подойдешь к ним, вечно полное. Ну что такое? После перестрелки, как они самолечатся без стимуляторов, тоже непонятно. В общем, это большой недостаток, как по мне. Ладно. Где здесь, кстати, торговец? Посмотреть бы, что у него тут еще есть. Мне, правда, ничего не надо. Ну, посмотреть мне никто не мешает.
This job's boring enough without talking to you. We'll see Alexander.
За просмотр деньги не берут. Так, а где он? Торгаш. Ты?
I've still got guns and ammo. Sure.
Прицелы. Оригинальный клинок для катаны. О, так, подождите, у меня рукоять. Вот это бы я взяла, но мне нечем расплачиваться. А, ну я могу купить просто. Так, а у меня, подождите, катана. Что у меня в катане? Рукоять. Вот, давайте возьмем еще клинок. Силовой кастет. Магазин для карабина. Но это мне не надо. Отлично. Так. Оружие. Где моя катана? Вот. И она, конечно же, слетела. Как всегда. Во какой. Клиночек. Ой, надо ж поменять. Потому что я все в пижаме, да в пижаме бегаю. Красота! Решила надеть среднюю. Так, тебя ж, наверное, тоже надо во что-то переодеть.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
И стимуляторов дать. А, сейчас, подожди, давайте там. Тихо. Стимуляторов.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Дам я тебе платье, дам. Я думаю, найду. Так. Что я ищу? Стимуляторы. На тебе 5 штук. А одежду мы тебе потом поищем. Так. Ну что ж, отправляемся в... сейчас. Мы пойдем сначала... Кстати, может зайти... Где тут Гелиос 1? Сюда, раз мы недалеко. Тут нам надо что-то сфоткать. Так, задание. А ну-ка. Сфотографируйте эмблему Гелиос 1. Снаряжение. Оружие. Фотоаппарат. Кодек. Так, эмблема Гелиос 1. Это что имеется в виду? Вот это? Или вот это? Есть. О, отлично. Как-то быстро следующий уровень. Взлом. Так. наука, медицина, выживание. Скрытность. Ну, наверное, пока нет. Так, выживание. Давайте выживание может до 62. Так, с этим разобрались. Дальше. Потому что я спать хочу. Дальше мы отправимся. Карта мира. Кстати, а ну-ка, сейчас посмотрим, давайте. Что там нам еще, может, есть рядом. Это вдохновение. Источник вдохновения. Бутылку в штаб-квартире. Это я еще не нашла. Аэропорт Маккарон. Вот, нам туда надо. Эмблема отеля Бизон Стив. По-моему, я это еще не находила. Динозавр в Новаке. Динозавр в Новаке. Насколько я далеко от Новака? Так, где там Новак этот был? Жаль, поиск тут не работает. Ниптон. Им. Может, тут есть поиск? Так, Good Springs. Новак, Новак. Не-не-не, где-то не тут. Ладно, сейчас поищу. Вернусь. Вот он тут. Новак совсем рядом. Так, вот это? Нет? Или вот это? Так, ну где это? В лапах динозавра. Ну да. Не то сфоткала. Хорошо, что есть запасные кадры. Дальше. Аэропорт Маккарон. Слушайте, ну может я уже тут мне где-то недалеко сходить? Ай. Как всегда, все не по плану. Аванпост Мохаве, по-моему, сюда, да? А ну-ка, Кейси где-то. Ну, в принципе, сюда будет. Потом это ж не где-нибудь, аж отсюда возвращаться сюда. А так, близкая точка довольно. Ну ладно, давайте уже. Или пока не ходить сюда. А ну-ка. Не удастся ли вам уговорить ее расстаться с компанией? Так, и еще. Угу. Это мне придется или это плата по счетам. Или может на меня положиться. Продать караваны Кейсиди компании «Красный караван». Это, по-моему... Работать караванщиком. Подождите, сейчас. Надо разобраться. На заводе убедить Кэс продать. Это все «Красный караван». А есть еще. Найдите Розу Шарона Кэссиди и убедите пойти с вами. Вот. Выполнить вот это вот. Ну, можно сходить, разведать обстановку. Ладно, давайте. Сейчас только сохранюсь. Спать охота, да? Ну давай, пока вы съедим табачную жвачку. Так, тихо. Пропустила. А эта статуя ему не нужна, интересно? Для фотки.
Appreciate the help. Wish I had...
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Кажется, я не туда пришла. Она же сидела где-то в баре. А, вот и она.
You come around like a bad habit. What's on your mind?
Жан-Батист из Фрисайда хотел с тобой познакомиться.
Jean-Baptiste. Sounds like someone got knocked out of the good book so hard his name broke. Either that, or it's Canadarian or some such shit. So who is this Baptiste, and what does he want?
Он из Ван Графов.
The only Van Graffs I know are the ones out west. Well, except for Gloria Van Graff, and I don't know her all that well. Nor do I want to. Don't have any objection speaking with him. Though if he's with the Van Graffs, he should know I'm not looking to buy weapons. What's on your mind?
Меня прислала... Так. А ну-ка, подожди.
You come around like a bad habit.
Ага, ясно. Есть этот еще диалог. Меня прислал Красный караван. Они хотят купить твой караван.
They want to buy Cassidy caravans? Don't they know it's burned to ash? No. Even times being what they are. Not sure I'm looking to sell. Even for all the whiskey in Reno.
Погоди, что случилось с твоим караваном?
Mojave happened. Hit by raiders packing some heavy firepower. Can't believe the Crimson Caravan haven't heard. So if you want to buy all of Cassidy caravans, you're looking at it. And what I got in my pockets. Still, as little as that is, not looking to sell.
То есть даже если у тебя нет ничего, все равно не продашь?
If someone came up to you and offered you 1,000 caps for your name, would you take it? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to hear your answer anyway. Point is, I made the caravan what it is. It's mine.
У меня тут письмо с предложениями, очень неплохим.
Alice McLafferty, eh? No, I see the zeros, and I know she's good for them. Still, it's not about the money. Dad'd spin like a twister if he ever heard I sold our name for anything.
Ты уверена?
Look, I know you came all this way, and that takes some drive, especially these days. Just doesn't feel right, trading history for a slip of paper.
Так, а ну-ка, сейчас. Пижама. Ну почему я перед разговорами вечно не надеваю пижаму? Я не понимаю.
You come around like a bad habit. Look, just...
Так, если уж где застревать, так это аванпост, худшее место. Если уж ты создала караван, только ты имеешь право его прикончить.
What did you just say to me? 'Cause you sure as hell got my attention now.
Кто верит в то, чтобы держаться за погибший караван? Какая-то фраза странная. Может, я и честный человек, но хотя бы гордыня меня не ослепляет. Ладно, погибший караван.
Me, that's who. I'm not gonna let it go just yet. There might be some survivors, or... Who am I kidding? There's nothing left. And I wouldn't be here drinking in some shitty bar in the ass end of nowhere if it wasn't true. Give me that paper. I'll put my name to it. No sense trying to hold the past between your fingers when it's nothing but dirt. All right. There you go. Caravan's yours. Feel kind of relieved, actually. Guess I didn't realize how much I was carrying around with just the name.
Потом, если захочешь. Так. Что ты собираешься делать теперь?
No idea. Maybe head back west? Though the idea of heading back there with my tail between my legs isn't appealing.
А пошли со мной.
You got one too many by my count.
Так, а ну-ка. Извини, Вероника. Так, а ну-ка. Я могу ее сейчас отправить?
What's up? Why does everyone always say that?
Да, встретимся в Лаке 38.
Nice. Can I order room service?
Отлично.
You come around like a bad habit. What's on your mind? No.
А пошли со мной.
Go with you? And why the hell would I do that?
Почему бы и нет? Мне пригодится человек, который знает здешние дороги.
So you're looking for someone to help, not just tag along. Huh. Walking the Mojave with you can't be any worse than here, that's for sure. All right, I'm in.
Виски и роза, отлично.
Sure could use a drink.
К Жану Батисту, ну если что, я его прихлопну, если он посмеет на нее поднять руки.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Мне крылись-то крышки. Ну давай поговорим.
Well, now that I'm free of the outpost, was wondering if you'd mind making a detour. I'd like to pay my respects to the end of Cassidy caravans. Check out the site where they died.
Где уничтожили твой караван?
Upside of Vegas, here tell. Trapped at the Mojave outpost. So I wasn't able to run there when I heard. Been weeks since it was hit. So the site's probably a Cazador nest by now.
Как ты об этом узнала?
Got word back on what happened from rangers. Guess they found enough in the wreckage to identify it.
Думаешь, там что-то осталось?
Only wishful thinking on my part, most likely. At the least, I'd like to pay my respects. I got them into this mess. I owe them that much.
Возможно, мне там уже довелось побывать. Ладно, тогда двигаем.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Some of the caravan might be ash, but we were expecting raiders and over-inquisitive NCR border guards. There might be something left. If I'm there with you, shouldn't be hard to spot. And I'd prefer to see the bodies with my own eyes.
Так, еще вопросы?
Ask.
Откуда у тебя этот кулон?
Gift for my dad, along with my name. Rose of Sharon Cassidy. Mom said he got the name out of some old world book about dirt pilgrims. Name sure sounds sweet, though. Anyway, pendant's a little rose. Originally thought it was one of Mom's tribal necklaces, but no. Came from Dad.
Твоя мать была из племени?
You know, like one of the tribes from the east. We got them out west, too. NCR's herding them up, though, domesticating them. Mom was from east of the Colorado, though. Not sure what tribe. Was before the time Caesar rounded them up, made them legion. She walked a hell of a way until she crossed paths with my dad, and he convinced her to stop walking. And lucky for me, he was a horny old bastard.
Интересная точка зрения.
Didn't ask Mom to elaborate. Never heard her complain about his bedroom behavior. Only complain he wasn't around to do it no more.
Расскажи мне о своем отце.
Not much to tell. He ended up walking east one day when I was young and never came back. Not a family deserter like some, though. Mom died waiting for him, and she had me to raise. She was sick, but she held off dying until I was old enough to be getting into trouble with the boys. As for Dad, I figure he just got himself lost or dead. Happens. And I'm not all boo-hoo about it, so save your glass for someone who's crying.
А зачем он отправился на восток?
Not a clue. When he left, I was too in my crib to understand why, and around the time Mom passed, I was too into my teens to listen. Got his name, got this pendant, and that's about it.
Где ты выучилась стрелять?
Short of caps is what taught me mostly. Ammo's expensive, so I learned to make every shot count. And here tell my dad was a crack shot, so I don't want to dirty the family name. Not out of pride. Respect.
А где ты выучилась общаться с динамитом?
Dynamite's for when you don't have enough bullets, want to clear a pass or scare off geckos from a caravan. Some of Twister's out of the divide can block off a pass in no time, so you learn how to handle powder so you don't get trapped somewhere. Any event, I prefer shooting if it comes down to an argument. Don't worry, I'll carry my weight if a disagreement arises.
Каким-нибудь другим видом оружия ты владеешь?
What, you mean like spears? No, none of that. Mom was a tribal, but she didn't teach me anything like that. Ask?
Ты хоть драться умеешь?
I'm fair with chucking dynamite, not bad with a pistol, if I do say so myself. Carry a knife, too, but that's more for practical reasons. Prefer settling things with my fists, though. Made more friends than corpses in bar fights. Plan on keeping it that way. Don't think I'm some kind of Vault City pacifist, though. If things get heated, I'll start shooting. Trust me.
Угу. Виски твой любимый напиток?
Not sure if I chose it or it chose me. Dad ran a bar a long time ago, and it was a labor of love, Mom said. Didn't sound like it made her happy. Still, I'm guessing I got some of Dad's love of whiskey in me because the burn suits me fine. Used to call me Whiskey Rose back west, before I punched enough people, so now they say it, but quiet, and when I'm not around.
Виски Роза?
Yeah, on account of my name. And the blossoms on my cheeks when I drink too much. Won most of those fights, too. Can take a hell of a punch and give it right back when I've got a bottle in me. It's all in how you drink it, though. There's a trick to it. When we pass the bottle, I'll show you how it's done.
Куда ты обычно ходишь выпить?
There's usually a bar in every stop along the road. Helps me sleep. Well, not really, but I tell myself that. Sometimes I have to brew it myself if I'm too far from a bar. Not quality, but I'm for anything that takes the edge off the day.
Погоди, ты умеешь гнать самогон?
Yeah. What else you gonna do with an empty bottle? Wait for it to refill itself? Get me some ingredients out of the Mojave, an empty bottle, a little time, and I'll keep us stocked.
Так, майс, 2 мутафрукта, дрожжи и ядерная батарея? Может, в следующий раз.
All right, then.
Так, стоп, поговорить еще.
Not sure who this friend of yours is, but if he's looking down on Vegas, he's either God or the moon.
Как ты начала водить караваны?
Started? Took to it like a fish to water. Well, if you know what a fish is.
Я в курсе. А ты знаешь, что такое рыба?
Well, of course I do. It's this slimy, scaled thing. Like a lake lurk, except no legs. Well, most times. They're like birds, except they stay underwater. Anyway, I've seen pictures. One guy even had one above his bar in Reading, except it was made of pre-war plastic. Used to say it could sing, but I figured he was on a jet rush.
То есть ты просто пошла с караваном?
Actually, it sort of fell on me. My feet get antsy if I stay in one place, like the Mojave outpost. It was driving me crazy, that feeling of being trapped there. So, thanks for that.
То есть ты много путешествовала?
Yeah. West, east, and passed through places enough times people would sometimes pay me some caps to take something to the next town.
То есть ты была курьером?
Well, not as glamorous, I guess. Roads back west were safer in most places. Most. Anyway, occurred to me I could scratch the traveling itch and get paid for it. Cassidy caravans formed around me. Rest is history.
И каково жить караванщиком в Мохаве?
Well, I'm not one for soft living. Or soft men, let me tell you. I'm guessing neither are you.
Избалованные мужчины рядом со мной почему-то меняются.
Well, don't let the soldiers drink too much, and I'd agree with you most time. Fucking whiskey dicks. My point before is that you know the Mojave, and it's a hard place.
А жизнь караванщика такая же?
The caravan fighting here in the Mojave, it's been downright brutal. The amount of caravan space you reserve for ammo alone. And if it's not raiders, powder gangers, it's NCR tolls. They need to get the money from somewhere, even if it's Vegas bound.
В основном ты ведешь дела с НКР.
Anyone wise does. Vegas families pay on time, from what I've heard. Even the Omertas. The white gloves pay on time, but they're creepy. Deal with anyone else, though, you're taking a big risk.
Что насчет легиона Цезаря?
The Legion? What about them? I don't trade caps or supply anyone who keeps slaves and treats women like Brahmin in those camps of theirs.
А они вообще имеют дело с караванами?
There's some caravans that deal with the Legion, yes. And as much as it pains me to say it, any caravan marked by the Legion is safe as houses. They guard their roads, their supply lines. Even fiends would hesitate before going after any trader dealing with Legion.
И тебя это раздражает?
I am. If NCR took the same stand and committed patrols to the roads, then I'd think that'd solve a lot of their problems right there. But they don't. Caravans get butchered in the Mojave all the time, like mine. And so fucking close to Vegas, you could see it from the wall.
Но ведь должно быть что-то хорошее и в республике.
NCR tries. It's just that trying doesn't mean a whole lot when you're paying your respects to the dead. And Legion, from what I've heard, they don't do the stop tolls on the roads or in the outposts like some NCR quartermasters do. You're lucky if you turn a profit sometimes. If some new officer gets assigned a route, the fees just get worse.
Есть ли другие различия между легионом и НКР?
Much as I hate the Legion, caravan life would be a hell of a lot easier if they ran the roads. Well, as long as those companies were run by men, and that's the biggest issue I see. And it's a shame, but I think there's people on the NCR side who feel more strongly than I do.
Ты о чем?
Some caravans deal with the Legion now because the security. If towns could get the same protection, a lot more tempting than you'd think. A bunch of people would be willing to side with the Legion to not have to worry about fiends and boomers and powder ganger attacks. It's not hard for some folks to sell freedom when the alternative is worse. Especially if being with NCR is going to get you on a Legion cross. Ask them then.
Что ты думаешь об НКР?
NCR's my country, and I support it. Anyone who says otherwise, I'll feed them my knee. I know which side of the firing line I'm on in the Mojave, just so you know.
Тут ощущается некое «но».
Yeah, there is. I'm not some blind, flag-saluting, do-as-they-will NCR lover. They're family. But let me tell you what family means. You ever had a brother? Some dumbass younger brother, say, who knocked up the pastor's daughter, can't hold a job, and is home away as a jail cell? That's NCR. Their compass is spinning all the time.
Они не могут выдержать одно направление?
They try to put their stake in everything they see. Nobody's dick's that long. Not even Long Dick Johnson, and he had a fucking long dick. Thus the name.
Да, это мне понятно, спасибо. Так, вернемся к НКР.
So NCR tries to hold on to everything. They can't, because it's too big for them to get their arms around. They can't guard the roads. They can't put a line of troops around the Mojave. It's just greed that makes the heads back west even try.
А Мохаве страдает.
Aside from the people in the towns, it's the soldiers that suffer for it most. Ever seen NCR troops asked to go after gangs at 3-to-1 odds? That bear flag doesn't make them bulletproof. And when those gangs were caused by NCR in the first place, like the powder gangers, Caesar on a crutch. Don't get me started there.
И кто же может спасти Мохаве?
Look, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want the Brotherhood, or the Followers, or the Vegas families running the Mojave. All of them are a different kind of fuck-up. NCR just has some shaping up to do. Maybe Caesar kicking them in the nuts is a nice wake-up call, is all I'm saying. I just wish Caesar would kick the heads of NCR, not the feet. I've fucked a soldier in my time. They don't need to get fucked by their orders.
Что ты знаешь о Нью-Вегасе?
Much as anyone else. Cazador trap. You fly in, the city sucks a pint out of you, then you're out on the street. NCR makes a habit of going there and dumping cash. Only the Strip gets fat off it. Couldn't tell you much more than that. Not really one for New Vegas when there's enough dump water bars in the Mojave to last me.
Что ты знаешь о мистере Хаусе?
Not much. And I haven't had occasion to look for anything more than that. I've heard what most people know. He's said to run New Vegas. He runs the robots. But, well, no one's really seen him. Well, except you, that is.
Так, хочешь отправиться со мной во фрисайд?
I'm already shadowing you, aren't I? Lead on, I'll follow.
Хватит разговоров, пойдем
Alright,
дальше. Так, отлично. С ней разобрались. Я думаю, на этом мы завершим серию. И продолжим в следующий раз. Всем спасибо, всем пока, до новых встреч. С вами была Лау.